Green flag is out, and at the line, it's George Kamansky, car 22, breaking out ahead with car 22 into the lead off turn 2. Blackmore is second. Gail Lavoie is already up into the 4th spot to the inside of Krajewski. Off turn number 4, down to the line. Krajewski on the high side of Blackmore, who gets a little bit crossed up. Off turn 2, here comes Lavoie to the high side. The little lady continues to show the gentleman the way around the high banks. Up to 3rd is Lavoie. 4th is now Fred Felton with car number 11, moving up nicely. And back to 5th is Blackmore. 6th is Davis. 7th is Kirk Alexander. Kamansky way out in front with car 22 as we've got a 3-car battle for position number 2. Krajewski on the high side. Here comes Lavoie down low with Felton waiting in the wings in car number 11. Halfway mark is upon us. It's Kamansky still way out in front with car 22. To the low side comes Gail Lavoie with car 66. Looking to take second away from Krajewski, who gets a little high coming off turn 2, and that opens up the door. Felton looking to move in, still waiting in the wings with car number 11 as that battle heats up for the number 2 spot. And Gail Lavoie moves into the spot now with car 66. Here comes Felton down low on Krajewski. 2 laps to go this time by for George Kamansky as we watch that battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Lavoie is up to 2nd, 3rd is now Felton, and back to 4th, but still running in a qualifying spot is Krajewski. White flag is out for Kamansky. Now another battle for 2nd. Gail Lavoie down low, Fred Felton on the high side. Heading into turn 3, the leading rookie and the leader of qualifying event number 1 for the mini stocks, taking down the win, George Kamansky, car 22. Here's that battle for 2nd. It's Gail Lavoie at the line. The Tri-State Locators, number 18. So there's your field for mini stock qualifying heat number 2. Off turn 4 they come. The green flag is out, and Lashaway, who continues to show a lot of improvement behind the wheel of car 45, breaks out in front. Kevin Clayton is up to 2nd. They're 3 wide on the back straightaway. Here comes Art Goodhine and Beef Alexander, making a Kelson Clayton sandwich. Off the turn, Alexander moves into the top 5 as now Kevin Clayton moves into the lead with car 1 New Hampshire. Lashaway gets up a little high, and here comes Lauren Lorenzetti down low with car 41. Lashaway again way up high off the turn, and that costs him dearly as he has dropped back out of the top 5, in fact out of a qualifying spot with car 45 as Herb Stevens now has a problem with the 18, dropping off the pace in turn number 3. Way out in front, it is now Kevin Clayton, Lauren Lorenzetti, and Beef Alexander. Clayton drops to the low side of the racetrack into turn number 3 as Lorenzetti and Alexander battle for the 2nd spot. Art Goodhine is 4th, and 5th is Rick DeRozier. 6th is Stroshine, 7th is Lashaway, and 8th is Kelson Clayton. Back up front, another battle for the 2nd spot. Lauren Lorenzetti and Beef Alexander going at it. This time by, it will be 2 laps to go for Kevin Clayton as he continues to lead qualifying heat number 2, now pulling away from the Alexander car and the Lorenzetti car. The 2 cars battling for the number 2 spot. A great battle going on into turn number 3. White flag is out this time by. Kevin Clayton leads the field, and we watch that battle for the 2nd spot. Lorenzetti down low, and Alexander edges out ahead. Lorenzetti with a problem in car 41 as he drops off the pace. And the checkered flag is in the air. It's car number 1 New Hampshire, Kevin Clayton into victory lane. So there you have it for mini stock qualifying events. In heat number 2, the win.
Dave Meany, 24 Phil Hasbrook, 4X Ron Burgess. Look for the green, and we're off. Cashman quickly to the front with Zellman on his bumper, literally. Down the backstretch, Brio starts working the outside. Living Good rides up and cuts it off. Mallet dives down low to move into fifth. It'll be Cashman across the stripe to lead. Zellman, Living Good, Brio and Mallet. Brio trying to work both sides of Living Good with no success yet. Living Good in low, no room there as Mallet takes it to the high side. Cashman trying to open up some daylight between himself and Zellman's closing in. It's Cashman, Zellman, Living Good. Here's Brio to the inside. Can't get the running room down low. Now Living Good rides up high. Brio comes to the inside. Inside, it's Brio, Living Good, and Brio's got third. Phil Hasbrook pulls out the 24 as the field comes around for the fourth time. It's Cashman, Zellman, Brio, Living Good, Mallet, Meany and Burgess with Bowmaster. Brio working the outside of Zellman now. Zellman gets in a little hard, almost took it up the bank. Cashman hanging on. Brio to second, works the outside. Dead heat for second. Now Brio's got the running room off turn 2 and down the backstretch. Cashman takes it down low, drifts up high. Brio has to back out. Cashman's all over the track, but he holds the lead. Brio right back after him on the outside, high side of turn 2. Brio uses the banking and takes the lead. Zellman gets too low and spins it out. 1 lap to go. It's going to be Brio, Cashman, Living Good, and Mallet. Glenn Brio with the lead, opens up a good margin, 4 or 5 car lengths on Cashman. Then it's back to Living Good. Dave Meany works the outside of Mallet to try to get that 4th spot. The checkers are out. Your winner's Brio, Cashman, Living Good, Mallet. Meany on the outside, Burgess on the inside, then Bowmaster and Zellman. Good qualifying run. Glenn drew in the 17 and the 40 of leading rookie contender Tom Curley. Here they come. Travis Block drifts it through turn 4 to hold on to that lead as he gets ahead of Corliss. Then it's Cookie, Polcharski, Stymist, and Curley. Curley goes to the inside where there's no room. He slides up high in 2. Then goes down to the inside against Stymist again. He's going to try to run down to the apron. Meanwhile, Block, as he comes together with Stymist, Curley stays on it, gets into him again. And into the wall goes Stymist. Tom Curley banging and bumping. Stymist finally had to give up the ghost and caught the wall real bad. Tough break for Kevin Stymist. Stymist has been in winner's circle a couple of times this year. Bouchard, as we said, will be here later on tonight. He will be driving the Winston #1 pace car for us and giving rides to those of you who are the lucky ticket holder. Ken Isom will throw the green. See if that pays off. Here they come. Now he's on it. Corliss gets caught sleeping. And they'll get another restart because they weren't dead even. There they go again. Corliss needs to get on it. Travis Block is on it again and didn't work. Corliss goes high. Puchalski pulls underneath. They bang bumpers down the backstretch. Curley trying to slide down the inside. Corliss goes way up the banking before he brings it back in line. Travis Block, your leader. Puchalski second. Curley third. Corliss fourth. Drew fifth. And Cook sixth. Block looks like he's going to hang on. He's gotten halfway, still leads. Curley works the high side of Puchalski now. And once again, Curley goes to the high side of turn 2, way out to the rim, brings it back in, and got out too far. 2 laps to go now. Travis Block, Puchalski, Curley, Drew, Cook, and Corliss. Curley works the outside off turn 2. Looking for second place. Puchalski dives low. Curley way up high. Way out to the wall. Puchalski second. Curley third. Drew fourth. Cook fifth. Sixth to Corliss. The winner is Travis Block. Whoa, did I say winner? We better take that back. That was only the white flag lap. Curley right in front of Puchalski. Puchalski gets away. Curley loses a tire. Cook pulls his way through, pulls him across the line. 2 flat tires in the front side of Curley's car. I don't know what he's upset about. He got sideways right in front of Puchalski, who pulled his way through. Boy, I'll tell you, Curley held on. It could have been worse. It could have been a serious T-bone. Puchalski pulled down, got his second spot.
Around Gramellini and Knight bring the field around. Here they come off the turn. Green flag is out. Out in front as they go into turn 3, it's Gramellini as Punky Karen is moving through the field. We've got a spin in turn number 4. That's the 5 car of John Corliss going around. And the yellow flag is brought out by Billy Dunn. Yellow is out. John Corliss in car number 5 goes around in turn 4 to bring out for green flag, this time off the turn, and we get one. Down into turn 1, Ron Alger Jr., best Mike Gramellini on the high side. Here comes GT Gravel with car 54. Gravel is looking to move into the second spot. Off the turn they come. It's still Alger out in front. Gramellini gets a little bit crossed up coming off of turn 2, and now Gravel has moved into second. A lot of smoke coming from the 66 car. As now Punky Karen has moved up to third. Zeidema is right to the inside of Gramellini now, and he's got the 4th spot. Here comes McCallum for 5th. Gramellini with a lot of smoke coming from that race car back in the 6th spot. Back up front, we're about to have a lead change off the turn. GT Gravel now moves into the number 1 spot as Gramellini receives the consultation flag. Car number 66 now drops off the pace. So let's run down for you at the halfway point. So far the car's running in 8 qualifying spots. The 54 of GT Gravel, the 88 of Punky Karen. The 17 mass of Ron Alger, the 2 of Jim McCallum. The 15 Jeff Zeidema, who taps Alger, and Alger goes around in turn 4. A tough break for Ron Alger Jr., who is running very, very well. 2 laps to go this time by, and heat number 1, Punky Karen dives low on Gravel. Karen looks for racing room. White flag is out this time by. Now Karen on the high side. White flag. Gravel on the low side. Karen is up high. An exciting battle going on as Karen takes the top spot now off the turn. Who's it going to be? It is Gravel. Very 54 takes the win over Punky Karen in second with car number 88. 3rd spot goes to the 2 of Jim McCallum. Finishing 4th, it was Jeff Zeidema in car 15. Gerald Savage is driving car 71, then the 60 of Jeff Beckwith, and the 1 mass for Robin Mowery. Off the turn, the green flag is out, and down into turn 1, Brett Rollins leads the field off of turn 2 with Payne down low. Good enough moving into the 2nd spot. Here comes Boniface on the high side. Jim grabs the 3rd position, and Colson is up to 4th. Payne is back to 5th. Rugg with a good run for 6th so far. 7th is Marquis, 8th is Runnels, 9th is Daniels, and 10th is Caruso. Payne gets a little bit out of shape off turn 4. Here comes Rugg with the beautiful pink and black number 70 moving into 5th. Marquis smartly follows Rugg through the field, and Marquis is about to move into the top 6. Daniels also runs the high side with car 76. Caruso with a lot of smoke from the rear of that car. A tough break for Caruso right off the bat, but he's still in a hunch. Way out in front is Brett Rollins with car number 12 over Rob Goodenough with the 1 New Hampshire, Jim Boniface the 27, Fran Jr. Colson in the 37. 5th is Marquis, 6th is Rugg, 7th is Daniels, and 8th is Payne. Here comes Caruso looking for the final qualifying spot, and he's got it. Dave Caruso in the 1X moves into the final qualifying spot. Daniels gets around Rugg and moves up into 6th. Here comes Caruso to the inside of the Rugg car. Bob Rugg still holding on, running in a qualifying spot. 2 laps to go this time by. Rollins way out in front with the lead in car 12. Goodenough is 2nd, 3rd is Boniface, 4th is Colson, 5th is Marquis, all alone. Then in 6th, it's Daniels, 7th is Caruso, and 8th is Rugg. White flag is in the air. Rollins still with an impressive run way out in front in car number 12. This time by, here's the checkered flag. It's Rollins with the win.
LaPlante from Springfield, Vermont in the Calibration Inspection Service. Firebird, here they are. 10 laps, the green is out. It's going to be Barry Gray. Barry Gray powers his way to the front. Bouchard works the outside of Ferrulo, but can't hold it down. It's Gray, Ferrulo, Bouchard, Bachelor. On the backstretch, Barry Gray, Jay Ferrulo, Robbie Bouchard, Bachelor, Roger Shepard, and Phil Meany. Shepard working the outside, trying to work his way up. The 73 of Johnson in deep trouble off the turn. Barry Gray hanging on, Robbie Bouchard trying to gain ground on the rookie driver of Ferrulo. Ferrulo holding his ground. Bouchard runs to the outside. Gets it too deep into turn 2, and Ferrulo holds on to 2nd. Barry Gray hangs on to the lead. Bouchard looks down to the low side of Ferrulo this time. Gets a wheel up in there, makes contact, and has to back out. Bachelor goes 4th. Shepard's 5th. 6th is Meany. 7th is Stone, and 8th is Creamer. Look out, Barry Gray, the winner. Look out! And everybody piles into the corner as Barry Gray seemed to have a left rear tire, right rear tire go down coming off the turn. Roger Shepard had no place to go and rips the rear end of his car to shreds. That left rear tire is busted right off at the axle. Now let's see if there was a flat tire in the Barry Gray car. He came off the turn and the car just went right. He actually hit him with the right rear and damaged the left rear. Figure that one out. Single file for the car. 29 survived all of that. Here they come now. Bouchard ready to go. Ferrulo isn't. Now they're even. Here's the green, and they're ready to roll it down the backstretch. It'll be the decision-making time. Ferrulo to the inside, and Bouchard with the lead down the backstretch. Robbie Bouchard, Jay Ferrulo, and Timmy Creamer halfway through the race now. It's Bouchard, Ferrulo, Creamer, LaPlante, Bachelor, and Stone. Stone's got his way up the inside, and here he comes. Ed Stone puts that Malibu to work and takes over 4th. Your leader is Bouchard, Ferrulo, Creamer, Stone, and LaPlante. Bingham and Bachelor. On the backstretch, the battle is for 2nd between Creamer and Ferrulo. Watch for some contact there. Ed Stone looks to the outside. Stoney going high to try to get around Creamer with 2 laps to go. Meany pulls his machine out. Bouchard with the lead, 2 laps left. Here's Ferrulo, Creamer, and Gray. Creamer trying the low side, Gray on and Stone on the high side. Everett Bingham and Barry Gray. LaPlante goes 7th. White flag. Ferrulo takes Stone way up and opens the door for Creamer. Ferrulo in a little bit over his head that time as he starts pushing through the turn. The battle for 3rd. Here's Batchelor to the inside. Ferrulo down in there, gets the back of Creamer. Both of them are loose into the infield. It'll be Stone for 2nd. Bingham 3rd. 4th to Gray. 5th to LaPlante. 6th to Ferrulo and 7th to Creamer. If they just hung on there, they'd have been fine. Settle for 3rd. Don't ramp on the guy ahead of you. So they give Stoney the open door to pick up 2 spots. Bouchard's the winner. Stone goes 2nd. Bingham 3rd. Gray 4th after a disastrous start. Then LaPlante, Ferrulo, and Creamer. Ferrulo got in just a little bit hard. Got the back of Creamer, both Patnode. That's a Patnode Oil Fish Roofing Camaro. I thought those same guys driving 2 cars, but anyway, here they come. Drug gets a jump. Not an even start, but they'll take it anyway. It's Drug, Fitzgerald, Jarvis, Brio, and Newcomb. Herb Drug's had some good starts. Look out, Jarvis a little bit loose, but he brings it back. 1 lap into the books. It's Drug, Fitzgerald, Jarvis, Brio, Newcomb, and Bree. Herb Drug in high. Fitzgerald sees the hole and puts the nose in there. He's got the lead. Jarvis right behind him. Drug stuck on the outside. He's going to go nowhere. It'll be Fitzgerald, Jarvis, Drug, Brio, Newcomb, and Bree. Jarvis gets in underneath a little bit hard and has to fight to get it back. Look out, Woolham in deep trouble up by the wall. Northeast Industries flooring machine. It's Fitzgerald, Jarvis, Brio, Newcomb, Bree, Stone, and Demers. Drug squeezed in there in the middle. Fitzgerald trying to hang on to that lead. Jarvis trying to get underneath him. He may be the quicker car. Halfway now. Weaver pulls the 69 out with a serious water leak. Here's the battle for the lead, and Jarvis can't get under there. It's Fitzgerald, Jarvis, Brio, Newcomb, and Bree. No change. Jarvis wants a hole, but he wants to go low, and he can't do it. 2 laps to go next time around. Al Fitzgerald holding off Peter Jarvis. Gerald on the brake and on the gas. Looking for the white flag. Jarvis trying to get some inside running room, and it won't work. 1 lap to go for Al Fitzgerald and Peter Jarvis up front. Eddie Brio Jr., Bob Newcomb, and Bill Bree. 1 last attempt by Jarvis as the checkered flag comes out. Here's Fitzgerald, and it's his win. Jarvis 2nd. Brio, Newcomb, Bree, Stone, and Drug. Bucky Demers. Wayne Foster. Keith Woolham. And the 24 of Todd Patnode.
As we get set for green flag racing, we're off and down into turn 1. Albro and Schofield run side by side. Rudolph all the way up to 3rd with Savisa up to 4th. And 5th is now Marquis as Townsend drops back to 6th. 7th is Monteith and 8th is Rusty Ball. The Albro machine leads, and we've got a problem. Dunk Rudolph goes around in turn 4, car number 3X, and that brings out a caution. Rudolph tried to get underneath the 09 of Brian Schofield, got crossed up and went completely around with Carfield in the 09. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. The green flag is out, and once again it's Albro breaking out on top with Schofield running strong on the high side. Marquis looks for racing room. Zavisa is still fourth with a great run at car number 1, and fifth is Monteith. Albro with the slightest advantage at the line. Car 9, New Hampshire, sparks from underneath the car as it bottoms out in turn 1. And now Schofield moves into the lead. Albro back to second, Marquis is third. Fourth is still Zavisa, but here comes Monteith on the high side, and car number 85 moves into fourth. Zavisa back to fifth, Bruce Batchelder up to sixth, and seventh is Ray Townsend with Rusty Ball, and Tunk Rudolph looking to move up. Schofield now begins to edge out as Monteith moves into third, passing Marquis, who has a problem with car 73, Smoke. From the MRS Mechanical, number 73, our point leader is in trouble. Zavisa goes by, a tap to the back end. Albro gets tapped by Monteith. Both drivers do a great job holding on. Now Heavy Smoke from the 73 car dropping off the pace. Jerry Marquis, the point leader, with 2 laps to go. 2 laps remaining in modified qualifying event number 1. Brian Schofield way out in front. Battle for second now. Here comes Monteith to the low side of Albro. They make a little contact going through turns 1 and 2, and it's Monteith edging out ahead. Checkered flag is out. Schofield takes the win. In the lineup for Tim Maroka of Torrington, Connecticut. Now we're set to go to green in qualifying event number 2. The green flag is out. A good start for Ted Brown as he moves out in front. Wade Cole is second. Third is Dwight Jarvis. Bateman is up to fourth, and fifth is DeRoyne. Sixth is D'Alessandro. Wheeler is seventh, and eighth is Ronnie Bodge. Brown, Cole, Jarvis, and Bateman, a freight train down the front straightaway into turn 1 with Tim DeRoyne having a great run behind the wheel of car 25, holding off D'Alessandro for fifth. But now Bruce moves high. He's got the fifth spot, dropping DeRoyne to sixth. A piece of debris on the racetrack now. It appears to have come off the 2 car of Harry Wheeler. Back up front, Brown begins to edge out ahead just a bit. Wade Cole holding off Dwight Jarvis for the second spot. Third is Jarvis, fourth is Bateman, and fifth is D'Alessandro. Halfway marker is out. Jarvis has moved into the second spot. Third is Cole as Brown edges out with car 92. Two laps to go for Brown. Jarvis, Cole, Bateman, D'Alessandro, DeRoyne, Bodge, Wheeler, Maroka, Blake. White flag is out. Heat number 2 is about to be won by Ted Brown in car number 92. So there you have it for modified qualifying heat number 2. The win goes to Ted Brown with car number 92.
Gramellini in the 66 and the 60 of Beckwith. Here they come, and here's the green. And the 0 won't go anywhere. It's Alger, Savage, Mowry, Gramellini, and Beckwith. Alger hangs on. Savage, in his first appearance at the racetrack, holds on second. Mowry, who got here late, didn't get a practice in and had to run the Consi, sits in third. We've qualified 16. We need 4 more. Serious motor problem on the zero. Ron Alger hoping to post a victory here to get the best spot behind the cars that have already qualified. Mowry trying to scope out Savage, seeing whether he wants to run inside or out. Breaking down badly in the zero as they go by. We're halfway in this qualifying event. It's Alger, Savage, Mowry, Gramellini, and Beckwith now. Savage in the Waltz Auto Trim Johnson's Tances machine. Here comes Mowry, seeing the opening Robin trying to stick his nose in there and almost did as they make contact coming off the turn. Looks like they all feel they've made it. They're just going to save the engines. Here comes the white flag. It's a run to see how well the car's set up right now. Checkered flag for Ron Alger Jr., Gerald Savage, Robin Mowry, Mike Gramellini, and Jeff Beckwith, followed by Bob Baker. 7 cars for 6 holes in the feature event, and here they come. Ferrulo jumps to the front. Foster goes high and wide. Sutherland keeps it low. Johnson to 4th. Patnode and Weaver bang together. Let's see what happens. Foster takes it in real deep and gets a wicked push. Look out. Ferrulo pulling away as the second, third place cars race for position. Johnson trying to make some moves up the inside. So is Sutherland. Foster in deep trouble. Oh, he and Sutherland come together. Let's see if they're all right. Sutherland's got a tire down as he loses it. Around comes Willem, and the 1 New Hampshire of Sutherland loses that right rear tire when he makes contact with the 000. Sutherland with a flat tire on the backstretch trying to stay in the race. Around goes Weaver in the 69, and now we've got a spinner in turn 2 right in front of the car that already spun, and a huge cloud of smoke. Okay, Ferrulo, Johnson, Patnode, here they come. Looks for the green, Johnson to the outside. Johnson pushes the 73 wide of Ferrulo. Ferrulo suddenly slowing up, and everybody's going to work him. Now Ferrulo seems to be back in gas, works up the inside, and Johnson takes the lead. The LMC Sunoco for Ferrulo, which was flying earlier in the race, is just coasting now. With 2 laps to go, now Ferrulo dives low, puts on a little bit of a race as they come off turn 2, or 4 rather. Ferrulo waits for those tires to warm up a little bit more, works the inside of Johnson, looking for the white flag. Johnson takes it in, pushes wicked bad off turn 4. Foster moves into second. And Johnson goes from second to last in about a half a straightaway. Foster pushes that 000 in hard, but he can't hold it straight, and here's the win for Jay Ferrulo. Willem and Johnson dirt track it off turn 4 to pick up the last 2 slots on the track. The 03 is Chris Wenzel, 44X is Kirk Alexander, Alan Anaki, followed by Chris Lashaway. Here's the green, and we're ready to go for 20 laps. Quickly to the front of the pack. working his way up from rows 3. It's Kamansky into 4th. Blackmore leads him off turn 4. It'll be Blackmore, Krajewski, Stroshine and Kamansky with Lavoie and Lorenzetti. Off turn 2, Blackmore holds the lead. Kamansky moves into 2nd. Tries to move into 2nd around Krajewski. It's still Blackmore, Krajewski, Kamansky, Lavoie, Stroshine, Lorenzetti, and Felton. Goodhine and Alexander. Kevin Clayton. Chris Wenzel. Alan Anaki. Rick DeRozier. Chris Davis. Chris Lashaway. Now we have a new leader. It's Krajewski. Joe Krajewski and Kamansky now battle for the lead as we come down to complete lap number 4 on the outside. Kamansky takes command. Lavoie moves to 3rd. Blackmore to 4th. 5th is Lorenzetti with Felton 6th. George Kamansky well in charge now. Krajewski goes 2nd. Lavoie 3rd. Blackmore 4th. 5th is Lorenzetti. 6th is Felton moving into 5th. Then it's Beef Alexander, Kevin Clayton, Art Goodhine, Alan Anaki, Chris Wenzel and Chris Stroshine, and Rick DeRozier. A quarter of way through the event, and Kamansky's way out in front as Kelson Clayton spins off turn 4 and Chris Lashaway slows to a stop. Here's the battle for 2nd to the line. It'll be Lavoie. Kevin Clayton spins after running well. He and Kelson go to the back of the pack. Then it's Darrell Pollard, and here's your leader, completing lap number 8. It's Kamansky, Lavoie, Krajewski, Felton, Blackmore, Lorenzetti, Alexander and Anaki, DeRozier, Goodhine, Wenzel, Alexander, Davis, spinning Blackmore. Caution on the racetrack. Caution on the racetrack as Blackmore spins. Kevin Blackmore spins it on lap number 9 in turn 2. We'll have a restart of lap 9. A 03 of Chris Wenzel, 17 of Chris Davis, and the 44X of Kirk Alexander. Here they come, looking for the green. Kamansky, Lavoie, Krajewski, and Felton. Alexander on the outside, hoping for a good night. Krajewski fades a bit on the start, and Felton takes over 3rd. Maybe. Lorenzetti has to back out of it. Your leader is Kamansky. George Kamansky back on top, and he'll lead him to the halfway mark. Felton way to the high side of Gail Lavoie. Lavoie holds 2nd. Felton runs up high. It's Kamansky, Lavoie, Felton, Krajewski, Anaki, and Lorenzetti. Two Scirocco's, 2 Pintos, and 2 Bimmers. Kamansky holds on to that lead, and he's starting to run away and hide from Felton. Lorenzetti spins in turn 4, looking for some help, trying to get back on the racetrack, and he pulls up right when the cars come by, pulls onto the edge of the track and says, I guess I don't get any help here. Kamansky leads. Felton, Lavoie, Anaki, Krajewski, and Goodhine. DeRozier, Wenzel, and Alexander. Here's your battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Finally, Felton works to the high side of Gail Lavoie, and it's Fred Felton into 2nd. Now he's going to have to run down George Kamansky in about 4 or 5.5 laps. Kamansky leads, completes lap 15, 5 to go. Kamansky, Felton, Anaki, Lavoie, Krajewski, and Goodhine, DeRozier, Wenzel, and Alexander. 4 laps left. And up front, it's a pair of Scirocco's and a BMW. That's the hot setup. Anaki, who's been, look out, Krajewski finally brings it around, look out. And he's going to bring out a caution on lap 18. That's going to change the whole picture of the race now. We've got 17 laps in the books. We'll restart lap 18. Naki. Kamansky and Felton pit together, by the way, and share some sponsorship. Here they come, looking for the green from Herb Stevens, and there it is. Now, let's see who's got the motor. Down the backstretch, Kamansky, Felton, and Anaki. They start to pull away from the rest of the field. Felton fades to the outside. Anaki comes up inside to fill a hole. 2 laps to go. Way to the outside, it's Fred Felton. Alan Anaki down to the low to the inside. Coming down for the white flag. Kamansky, Anaki, Felton, Lavoie, Goodhine, and DeRozier. Alan Anaki starts his attack on the outside. Puts the Bridgewater Motors BMW to the high side of George Kamansky. They come down to the wire. It'll be Kamansky for win 2. Anaki, Felton, Lavoie, and Goodhine. Whole bunches of other stuff. A Monadnock Speedway feature winner hat, George Kamansky. George, congratulations. First of all, I was rambling on as you were taking your victory lap that you have a few laps to run here coming up on Sunday.
Yeah, about 300. 320 to be exact.
Oh, that many, huh? Oh, we got 2 features, that's right. Yeah, so you got a lot of racing to do. Must feel pretty good to get the second win here.
Yeah, it's a good way to start the weekend off. We're going to Watkins Glen to see the Winston Cuppers race, so this is starting our vacation off in good fashion. Hopefully the rest of the weekend stays the same.
That'll pay for your tickets anyway, right?
Yeah, a little bit of them.
George Kamansky, your winner today. Well, let's move up the line here. Alan Anaki, we haven't seen you here for a few weeks. Must feel good to come back after a long absence and pull off a second spot.
Feels real good. I was a little nervous before, though. It's been a while. Been a month.
It's been a month. Have you been on vacation or just a lot of work?
Oh, been real busy at the shop, and money's a little tight.
Money's tight? Anybody think that's true? You're right, especially if you're a racer, because it's a bottomless pit. Congratulations for a good run on your return.
Thank you.
And Freddie Felton had a taste of it. You're sort of this is one of your proteges down here, isn't he?
Yeah. George needed a ride in something than just an enduro car. Although enduro's great. I'm not knocking enduro because that's where I started. A little old, but that's where I started. But no, Georgie and I put that car together over the winter, and it's not a very expensive car, but he deserved to, get up himself a little bit.
And he did, and you had a chance to give him a driving lesson, but Alan sort of filled the hole when you went wide there once.
Yeah, I had to try that, and I thought I might slide back to third, but I'm here for the fun of it, and I have to try it. It's just, that's great when you can have the top 3 just one right behind you. That's fun.
That's racing, and that's your third place finisher, Fred Felton. Coming up, we still have late model street stocks.
By Tom Cashman and Don Corliss. Here they come off the turn. Turn 4, that is. The green flag is out, and Tom Cashman leads the field into turn number 1 with the 11 of Don Corliss on the high side of the racetrack as Corey Cashman has another tough break pulling into the infield with car 27. It's Cashman down low, leading lap number 1 with the 17X car. Cashman, Corliss, Livingood, and the 66 Vermont of Block, the 29 Mass of Brio, the 4X of Burgess, Cook, then Drew, Pachalski, Mallet, and Meany. Cashman continues to lead with Corliss in the second spot. Cashman having a super run. Car 17X as now the 66 Vermont car of Block moves to the inside of Corliss, and Block comes home with the second spot. Glenn Brio is up to third as Corliss has gotten stuck on the high side. Tough break for the 11, running very, very well in the runner-up spot for the first couple of laps, has fallen back just a bit. Corliss is back to fourth. Livingood is fifth. Sixth is Burgess. Seventh is Drew. Eighth is Cook. Ninth is Curley. 10th is Pachalski. 11th is Meany. And 12th is Mallet. And we see a little flame from the exhaust pipe from the 87 car, the Jason Livingood machine. As it goes into turn one, you can see it again. Now a battle for the lead back up front as Glenn Brio moves in to contend. He now takes over the number one spot. Cashman gets hooked as he and Block make a little contact. And Glenn Brio has taken the lead with car number 29 Mass. So it's Brio now out in front. Cashman is your second place car. Third is Block. Fourth now is Corliss. Fifth is Cookie Cook. Sixth is Jason Livingood as Cook rides the speed bumps after Corliss gets crossed up. So it's Cook up into the fourth position. Fifth is Corliss, and we've got contact and trouble in turns 3 and 4. Yellow is out as Don Corliss gets really bounced around, almost gets hit by Phil Hasbrook. After a great run, Don Corliss gets tagged by Jason Livingood. That sends him around, and all heck breaks loose in turns 3 and 4. Tom Curley outside of him. As we get set to go back to green, we've got 9 laps complete. And here they come. Off the turn, the green flag is out. It's Brio leading them down into turn 1 with Cashman getting a challenge now on the inside from Travis Block. Block has the slightest advantage going into the turn now. Cashman with the advantage. He gets all crossed up and out of shape and drops back to third. And here comes Cookie Cook. Cook and Cashman make contact. Cook is up to third. Cashman back to fourth. Curley and Drew battle for fifth. Sixth is Meany. Seventh is Mallet. Brio way out in front with Block second. Cook third. Cashman fourth. Curley fifth. Drew sixth. Meany seventh. Mallet eighth. And ninth is Pachalski with Joe Zellman in the 10th spot. Glenn Brio now pulling way out ahead with car 29 Mass. Cookie Cook and Tom Curley battle now for the third spot as Cook has drifted up just a bit. Especially coming off turn 2, they made contact. And now Curley is up to third. Cook is back to fourth. Smoke from the 15 Mass car of Dave Meany as Jason Livingood is all out of shape on the back straightaway, and he goes around, and the caution is back out. Cook in fourth and fifth is Drew. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Green flag is out. Off turn 4, down to the line. Brio, Block, Curley, Cook, and Drew. Cashman tucks in to try to hold on to sixth as now we've got a battle for second. Block and Curley going at it with 5 laps remaining in the competition. And we've got trouble in the turn. Turn number 1, Tom Curley has made contact with Travis Block, and he goes around. Yellow flag is out once again. A tough break for our point leader, Tom Curley. Well, it's been a tough night to well. Curley with some heavy front-end damage just goes right around and tags the 66 Vermont under caution. A big leak from car number 40. And Carl Merrill is in the right spot. As the field scrambles on the front straightaway, we're under caution on lap 15. Tom Curley has brought out another caution, and now he's again attempting to make contact with the Block car. back up front with Cashman, Meany, and Mallet right behind them. Here they come. The green flag is out. Once again, it's Glenn Brio out in front with car 29 Mass over Steve Drew, who has pulled away from Cookie Cook, who has pulled away from Tom Cashman, who has not pulled away from Dave Meany, as Meany and Cashman have a battle going for position number 4. Now they close up on Cookie Cook. Now it's a battle for the 3rd spot. Cook is dropping off the pace, it looks like, with car 32. A tough break for him. No, he gathers it back up. It's hard to tell. He was slowing considerably there, but he has gotten that car fired back up and now holds on to the 3rd position. Cashman is underneath Meany, battle for the number 4 spot. 2 laps to go for Glenn Brio. Steve Drew is 2nd. 3rd is the Cook car as Cashman gets out of shape once again. White flag is out this time by for Brio. Drew is 2nd. In the 3rd position is Cookie Cook, holding off Dave Meany and Tom Cashman. And we've got trouble here on the front straightaway. Jason Livigood and Ron Burgess have come together. Checkered flag is in the air, and it's Glenn Brio taking the win.
In street stocks. Steve Drew, winner 2 weeks ago, picks up the 2nd spot, and after several weeks of really rotten luck, Cookie Cook rolls into the 3rd spot. A nice finish for his wife Sharon and her birthday tonight. She's 18.
R29 Mass. Glenn, your 7th win of the season. This is really a great season for the team, and who would you like to thank for this 7th win?
Well, we got to thank Gatorade for the extra money tonight. It's just the biggest help in the world, and I really got to thank the crew because a few weeks ago we had some problems, and they just really worked hard. We were unfortunate not to make the race, but I really got to thank Larry, Eric, Danny, Ethan. I really got to thank my father. He's the one that makes it go through the corner so fast. In Toy Town Auto Salvage. Thank you.
Congratulations. Glenn Brio takes his 7th strictly stock win of the season, finishing 2nd, a great run for Steve Drew with car 17, and finishing in the 3rd spot, car number 32 for Cookie Cook.
Dennis Albro and ageless Ted Brown bring them to post. Here they come, looking for the green flag off turn 4. Brown wide, Albro has the lead. Albro, Schofield, Brown, Cole, and Townsend. Brownie fades. Schofield takes 2nd. It'll be Albro. Albro with the lead. Schofield 2nd, Cole 3rd, Brown 4th, followed by Zaviza, Monteith, D'Alessandro, Rusty Ball, Townsend, Bateman, Jarvis, who's going backwards very fast. Here's the battle for the lead to the line. It's Albro for the win. Albro leads him across. Schofield works the inside. He's got a bumper on him. Once again, Brian Schofield trying to pick up the lead here. It's Schofield. Brian Schofield on top, Dennis Albro 2nd, Cole 3rd. Brown, Zaviza, Monteith, D'Alessandro, Ball, Bateman, and Jarvis. Marquis has moved out of the back of the pack and runs in the top 10. Nearly. Schofield, Albro, Cole, Brown, Zaviza. Then it's Monteith, D'Alessandro, Ball, Bateman, and Jarvis 10th, Marquis 11th, Townsend 8th, Batchelor 9th, Bodge 10th, 11th. Trouble as Mayer pulls it off the track again. The battle is for 6th spot between D'Alessandro and Monteith. as Brian Schofield tries to stay out in front. Schofield, Albro, Cole. Ted Brown fourth. Fifth is Avisa. Sixth, Monty. Seventh, Alessandro. Ball is eighth. Bateman ninth. Then it's, whoa, look out. Jarvis in trouble, and he drops back to 11th spot on the backstretch. The battle is back there for 6, 7, and 8 as Schofield pulls way out ahead. Brian Schofield, Dennis Albro, Wade Cole. Ted Brown goes fourth. Zavisa holds on to fifth. Monteith rather, still sixth. Seventh is D'Alessandro. Ball is eighth. Bateman ninth. Marquis is 10th. Then it's Jarvis 11th. 12th for Batchelor. 13th for Rudolph. 14th for Townsend. And 15th for Bodge. And Rudolph spins with a flat left rear tire, right rear tire. First caution of the evening on lap number 14 as Dunk Rudolph comes around going into the third turn. It looks like he may have a flat right rear. Now they get the green. Rudolph works his way quickly up through the field to get back near the top. Brown goes way back in the pack. It'll be D'Alessandro. D'Alessandro, Albro, Coles, Avisa, Dallas. Check that. Schofield leads. Albro second. Cole third. Zavisa fourth. D'Alessandro fifth. Monty sixth. Bateman seventh. Up to eighth now is Jarvis. Ninth is Ball. 10th is Marquis. And we are halfway in the race. Halfway. Ted Brown pulls the 92 out, and he will not complete. Mayer in the way. The pressure is on Brian Schofield. Cole gets tapped. Schofield escapes that. Wade Cole gets tapped from behind. D'Alessandro and company nearly took them all into the wall. Wade Cole must have had to lift just a little bit coming off turn 2, and he got a little tap in the back, and around he comes. No evidence of an engine blowing or anything, but he needs help. What a tough break for Brian Schofield. He's trying hard this year. And that just hands the lead automatically to Dennis Albro. Ted Brown, whatever he did, he got it done, and he's going to take it out. And Schofield, helmet off, gets a push into the, I say the helmet's off, but I can't really see for sure. Dennis Albro, John Zavisa, now Dallas sitting ahead. Zavisa, now Zavisa trying to jump. Albro gets a shot from D'Alessandro, pushed around. Not a good start. And a caution comes back on. Ken Isimone didn't like that start by Zavisa. It's up to Albro and the 9 to start things off, and Zavisa's got to stay with him. So this time, let's see what Dennis does. If Dennis jumps, he'll probably do it all over again. Dennis often a caution racer, cautious racer. Zavisa, Albro, here they come. Good start. There's the green. Albro takes a Cheever tire car down into the turn and holds on to the lead, at least for the moment. It's Albro, turned around by Zavisa. And Albro gets a caution as he brings the car back on the track. We have a spinner on the backstretch as well. Single file is a call. Boy, Bruce D'Alessandro was in the right place. On the pin, it's Bruce D'Alessandro. In the Cliff Nelson Century Service Machine, D'Alessandro, Zavisa, Bateman, and here's Here's Marquis. Whoa, look out. Big crash in turn 2. Somebody let go an engine and everybody went with it. Somebody lost an engine going into the turn or a radiator and everybody got caught in it. What a tough break. Rudolph, Monteith, Cole, Albro, Maroka, Jarvis, Wheeler, all up there. Get those numbers, the 3X, the 6, the 33, the 85, the 9, Bodge. Couple of cars that are in there. The 9 New Hampshire is out. He got tangled up in that. Here they come. Restarting lap number 20. Look for the green. D'Alessandro. Your leader, Bruce D'Alessandro. Zavisa second, Bateman third. Marquis on the outside in the 25. Boy, can he give a car without, he's never been in more, a ride. Around the left car of Mayer. Takes over third. Bateman to fourth. Ball fifth. Rudolph sixth. Then it's Townsend, Cole, and Jarvis. Brown, Schofield off the pace. Bodge is next, then Wheeler. Marquis has picked up the second spot. 10 laps to go now. 10 to go for D'Alessandro. Marquis, Zavisa, Paul, Bateman loses it. He goes back to fifth. He's got a tire going down. Bateman with a flat tire in the 17, trying to get himself out of the way. Ball inside Maroka, Rudolph up to fifth. And Bateman stops off turn 4, and that'll bring out the caution. On lap number 26. Jack Bateman loses a tire. He comes around. He just had to stop to keep from getting run over. Getting ready for the restart. Here they come. Lap 27 on the way. Here they come and start it off. It'll be Schofield, Marquis, Zavisa, Ball, and Rudolph. Jerry Marquis giving the number 25 a heck of a run. Here's Schofield and Marquis to the line. Marquis can't keep the wheel in there. Schofield. D'Alessandro, rather. D'Alessandro in the 9. Marquis looks inside. D'Alessandro cannot let him in, and he doesn't. They work around Jim Mayer. Marquis looks outside with 5 laps to go. Marquis goes high. D'Alessandro shuts him off. Zavisa third. Ball fourth. Rudolph fifth. Jarvis sixth. Marquis on the outside of D'Alessandro now. Right to the wall. Marquis stays right there, taps him with a tire. Three laps to go, and Marquis works inside again. Marquis on the back bumper of D'Alessandro. Here's a lap car of Maroka. That's going to mess everything up. D'Alessandro pulls out. Now there are 2 to go. 2 laps left. Bruce D'Alessandro and Jerry Marquis side by side with a white flag out. Marquis stays right out there. Marquis way out there. Here they they come for the checkered flag. Jerry Marquis, D'Alessandro, Marquis, Avisa, Ball, Rudolph.
John Zavisa with a great run. Car number 01 will finish in third.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've been here. We had a terrible year last year. Billy had the car hooked up tonight. The guy's been working real hard, and I'm glad to be here.
Boy, you cut some brakes. You just missed that mess down here in turn 1.
Yeah, we were close on all of them. The car was a little bit loose. I had to stay low, and luckily that was the place to be all night. Hung on at the end there. Jerry was all over us, and he was strong, but we held on.
Well, you held on. You got a victory. That changes the mix of winners here this year. Can we expect you back again?
I think you can. I'll have to talk to the boss, but I think we'll be back. We like it here.
I think Bill Simons has had good luck here in the last 16, 17 years. He's been bringing cars and drivers. It's nice to see that you're another one of the drivers in a chain of pretty well-known guys here in New England.
Well, it's good to be here. Billy knows how to make a car go left, that's for sure.
That's what counts. Bruce D'Alessandro, your feature winner tonight. Well, when it counts, what can you say? Jerry Marquis, you jumped into a car you haven't ever driven before and come out of the back of the pack, survived some wild things, and here you are. What do you think of Tim's car?
Well, the car goes real good. We put our tires on and stuff. We gave Tim a hand getting it set up tonight, and I'd like to thank them and their crew for giving us a hand, letting us use the car tonight, and Start Fitness Productions and all their other sponsors. They did a super job. They prepared a real good car.
It certainly did, and it looks you've shown the ability it takes to get into a strange car and put it where it needs to be when you got a point championship at stake.
Well, I think I've been jumping in and out of cars around here in the New England area for quite some time, and it's been all kinds of divisions and all kinds of cars, so you just take a few laps and feel things out and then go for it, you know? So that's what we did tonight.
And go for it you did. Nice run. Tim, I want to talk to the owner here for a minute, too. Owner and driver Tim DeRoyne, what do you think of the way he gets the car around?
Boy, do I have a lot to learn about driving a race car. Boy, I'll tell you, Jerry Marquis is obviously one of the best drivers in the Northeast. He's awesome in a modified, and nobody knows Monadnock better than Jerry Marquis. And I went to school tonight. I watched him drive, and boy, it'll be a while, I'm sure, before I can do that. But boy, was it fun watching him race.
Maybe it's easier to wheel a camera around, huh?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was sitting up with the camera up there, and I'll tell you, I didn't mind being up there tonight because Jerry was putting on a great show, and definitely was entertaining.
Entertaining it was. Second place, Jerry Marquis, and the borrowed ride of Tim DeRoyne. And somewhere around here is John Zavisa. John, nice to have you back at Monadnock, and you had a pretty good view of some great racing tonight.
Yeah, our car got real loose all the way through the whole race. And Jerry's running for Northeast Regional points. When he come up on us, he was faster. We let him go.
That's a good sportsmanship thing to do, and can we expect you back again on Friday night, huh?
Good chance we might be back.
Great. Our third place finisher, John Zavisa. Now, before Bruce gets away, we've got to give away some money here.
Several good runs here at the high banks of Monadnock Speedway, but has just not yet had good enough luck to get a feature event win. But could tonight be Herb's night? We'll find out as they play bumper tag once again. 25-lap late model feature event, and the green flag is out. And we've got trouble here on the front straightaway. Bob Newcomb and Tim Creamer have come together. Newcomb goes sliding around. Creamer on the front straightaway made very hard contact with the wall, and we go to yellow. Yellow flag is displayed even before the completion of lap number 1. Here they come into turn number 3. Herb Drug and Al Fitzgerald. Off the turn they come. Green flag is out, and we're underway with the late model feature event. It's Herb Drug and Al Fitzgerald leading him off of turn number 2 into turn 3. Barry Gray is third. Robbie Bouchard is up to fourth. Here comes Pete Jarvis on the high side. Jarvis in the black, Day-Glow yellow, and Day-Glow orange. Number 4 runs the high side of Everett Bingham and moves into fifth. Don Batchelder on the high side with car number 7 looks to move around Bingham now, but Brio is waiting in the wings and applying a lot of pressure. Car 29 Junior. Drug, Fitzgerald, Gray, Bouchard, and Jarvis a freight train off turn 4. Bingham gets crossed up, and the door is opened up to Ed Stone, Tom Stone, Batchelder, and Brio. Tom Stone gets the better of that battle as he now moves into 6th. Batchelder has a problem with car number 7. Contact is made, and he is off the pace up into the dirt in turn number 3. Yellow flag is out as Batchelder has brought out the caution. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. It's a shuffling restart, but we're under green. Drug, Fitzgerald, Gray, and Robbie Bouchard tight into turns 1 and 2 with Drug breaking out on top once again. Fitzgerald trying to hold off the charge from Barry Gray. Car number 29 down low, looking to move into 2nd. And we've got trouble in turn 3. Robbie Bouchard gets tagged and goes around. Car number 48, Robbie Bouchard, after running among the top 5, looked as if he might have gotten tagged, but you never can tell. Yellow is back out. With car 39. And here they come off of turn 4. The green flag is in the air. Once again, Herb Drug leads him off the turn with Al Fitzgerald on the high side. Barry Gray gets a good bite in turns 1 and 2, and he's now 2nd. Gray up to 2nd. Fitzgerald on the high side tries to hold on to 3rd. And here comes Pete Jarvis, who has moved around Tom Stone and up to 4th with car number 4. Drug and Gray will lead the field down into turn 1 this time. Fitzgerald holds on for 3rd. Jarvis and Stone battle for the 4th spot, and Stone moves into that spot once again. But here comes Jarvis right back on the inside. They make contact. Stone gets all out of shape. He drops back out of the top 5 as now Ed Stone is up to 5th with car number 11, the Joe Bean Auto Body Machine. And now Tom Stone gets hooked and goes around off turn 2. Bill Bree locked horns with the Stone car. Yellow flag is back out. Tom Stone getting rug sets the pace. Very slow, steady pace into turn 3, and now they pick up speed. The green flag is out. It's Drug and Gray in that order, leading them off the turn. Fitzgerald and Jarvis battle for the 3rd spot. Jarvis up high, Ed Stone, Bill Bree, Everett Bingham, Wayne Foster, Jay Ferrillo, and Bucky Demers all among the top 10. And Gray has a problem with car number 29, Pete Jarvis. Again is in trouble. A tough break for him with car number 4 again. Jarvis, the past several weeks, has had nothing but hard luck, and now the caution is back out. It's been... We're back under green as Herb Drug and Al Fitzgerald once again lead them off the turn. In trouble now in turn number 3. Barry Gray and Pete Jarvis again. Well, these two are certainly not getting along tonight. Pete Jarvis taking his frustrations out on Barry Gray. Gray again with damage to the rear end of that car. That could cost him dearly. Jarvis appears to have no... Herb Drug and Al Fitzgerald lead the event with Ed Stone moving up steadily in car number 11, and the green flag is out. Now Ed Stone heads to the outside, and we've got more trouble between Barry Gray and Pete Jarvis. And look out, Al Fitzgerald just misses the 29 car. Jarvis car number 4. So Gray and Jarvis have their nights done for over 15 years. He's looking very well tonight. And the green flag is back out. It's a surprise to most of our drivers, but Herb Drug is on the ball, and he's way out in front with car 16. Halfway marker is out, this time by for Drug. Here comes Fitzgerald and Ed Stone battling for the second spot, with Bill Bree waiting in the wings. Everett Bingham is 5th. Jay Ferrillo, having a great run, is 6th. Eddie Brio Jr. looking to move back up into the top 10. He's now in 8th, looking to move around Wayne Foster to get into 7th. Foster takes car 00 up a little high, in fact, way up high, comes back down across the track, gets all out of shape, and he has dropped back several positions. Battle for position number 5 down the back straightaway. Jay Ferrillo takes the spot away from Everett Bingham. Ferrillo and Bingham are both having great runs tonight. Eddie Brio Jr. moving into 6th around Bingham as the battle for second is on with 10 laps remaining in the competition. Ed Stone has taken second away from the 87X car of Al Fitzgerald. And Stone will go to work on Herb Drug. And now Bill Bree moves into the 3rd position, dropping Fitzgerald back to 4th as Tom Stone drops off the pace with car number 39. Brand new leader at the line. It's the 11 of Ed Stone, who has just taken the number 1 spot away from Herb Drug. Drug falls to 2nd, still having a great run. 3rd is Bill Bree. 4th is Al Fitzgerald. 5th is Brio. 6th is Ferrillo. One more position for Ferrillo, and he will move into the rookie point lead. He will at least make it close after tonight's performance that's been put on by the 11 Vermont car. Robbie Bouchard and Ferrillo come together going into turn number 1. And now they're battling for the 6th position. Ferrillo taps Bouchard and now looks to move back down to the low side of the racetrack. Back up front, Ed Stone, Herb Drug, Bill Bree, and Al Fitzgerald, with Eddie Brio Jr. a little too far behind in 5th to be in contention. And Everett Bingham spins Jay Ferrillo out on the front straightaway. Ferrillo pulls back out. That was really not necessary, but then again, it's racing. Bingham holds on to his spot. Still having a good run with car 24 Vermont as Willem hits the wall to avoid the leader, Ed Stone. Keith Willem went a lap down just now, and to avoid Ed Stone went up and tagged the wall. Stone having a tough time working his way past the slower traffic. Works around Jay Ferrillo with less than 2 laps to go. White flag is in the air. Through turns 3 and 4. Now coming off the turn, the checkered flag is out, and Ed Stone takes his 3rd win of the season. 2nd is Herb Drug, 3rd is Bill Bree, and 4th is Al Fitzgerald.
But finally, Ed Stone has returned to victory lane, where he has not been since April 28th. Stoney's worked hard to get there, and Mike will find out how he feels about it here in just a second. Then we'll be getting ready for our big Pro Stock main event. We've got some rides to give as well.
Of 1991. Well, Ed, this pads our point lead, and that was really a great run from the back of the pack.
Yes, it was. It went real good. A lot of the good contenders had a lot of trouble. I want to thank Mike Aldrich for the motor. He did a real good job on the motor. We got good power now. It's the first win I've had since the first week of the season, really.
Seems like you've had an awful lot of seconds.
I know it, but I'm not complaining about that neither.
Well, congratulations. Ed Stone takes his third feature event win of 1991. Finishing second, a great run for Herb Drug with car number 16, and rounding out the top three was Bill Bree with car number 68.
Is Karen. Alongside him is Idema. Right behind him is Idema. Alongside is Boniface. Here they come, looking for the green now. Rollins takes him off turn 2. Fran Coulson goes second. Gary Knight is third, spinning out of the race, and right back into it is McCollum. He doesn't lose anything. Your leader is Rollins. Coulson, Knight, Gravel, and Karen. McCollum's got to come from the back and gain the lead. Here comes Reynolds in trouble. Rollins holds the lead over Coulson, Knight, Gravel, Karen, and Zeidema. Then it's good enough. Boniface, Marquis, Rugg, and Leitiga. Your leader crosses the stripe, 3 laps to go. No movement in the front of the pack as they work around Reynolds, who loses a lap quickly. Rollins, Coulson, Knight, Gravel, Karen, Zeidema, Rob Goodenough, Boniface, Marquis, and Leitiga. 4 off turn 4. 100 green flag laps. There are 5 in the books and 95 long ones to go. Rollins has never won this season. Here comes your battle for third. It'll be G.G. Gravel and Gary Knight. Funky Karen with Zeidema. Lap traffic is going to interfere just a little bit with your leaders. They come into turn 1. Rollins trying to get around Baker and Beckwith. Slamming and banging at the back of the pack. Rollins leads. Coulson second. Knight, Gravel, Karen. Run the top 5. Look out, trouble in the 10 car. Spinning off turn number 1 to bring out the first caution. Lap number 9. As the field pulls down, the 10 of Tim Leitiga went spinning into there. Restart on lap number 9 out of 100, and here they come. They already on the gas, thumping and bumping off turn 4 for the green flag. Look out, trouble as Coulson goes all the way around, and everybody scatters for him. He's got his foot on the gas, and it's not going anywhere. The caution comes out. Junior Green, the back of the pack is starting to charge already. Here they come. Rollins drops down in front. There's the green, and Rollins gets Knight sleeping. Knight tries to take up some racetrack. Karen's going to go right around him on the outside if he can do it. Brett Rollins knows he's in front, and that's all that counts. Here comes Rollins. Karen, Knight, Gravel, and Boniface. Karen into second place. It's Rollins, Karen, Knight, Boniface, Gravel, Goodenough, Zeidema, Marquis, and Daniels. Trouble over in turn 1 and 2. Payne and Alger will not get out of the way in time. Here comes the field on by them, and now we have a caution. Flipped up another spot. And another spot before the green comes out. Karen in trouble. Now he gets it together. Bucky Karen got caught on that restart, and now he works on the outside of Gary Knight. It'll be Rollins with the lead. Whoa! Gary Knight all over the place. And Knight heads for the pits. Around comes Payne. No one's paying any attention. You got a car down here in the corner and another one going down pit road. Rollins, Karen, Gravel, Marquis, and Boniface. Karen and Rollins up front, chasing down Rick Payne. Then the big battle is Gravel, Marquis, Boniface, Zeidema, and Daniels. Rollins is going to have his hands full of Punky Karen for a while here. Marquis running down to the white line to get underneath Gravel. They work up on Rick Payne again. This could be the break they're looking for. Payne's out of the way. Rollins had to let off, and that's all Karen needs, to just sit there on his bumper and worry him. Karen looks to the inside, this time off turn 4. A little tire mark on the side of the car as Rollins tried to take a little racetrack. Punky just eases him out of the way. Slows down in the turn, puts the hammer down and runs away. Punky Karen, Brett Rollins. Gigi Gravel and Marquis still trying to get to the inside of Gravel. And now Jim McCollum has worked his way through traffic very quietly. McCollum sits 9th. Colson is up to 10th. Caruso is 11th. Things seem to have stabilized a whole lot now. It's Karen, Rollins, the 54 of Gravel, then Marquis and Boniface are top 5. Boniface with a bumper in the back of Marquis. Then Zeidema 6th, Daniel 7th, Goodenough 8th, McCollum 9th, Colson 10th, Caruso 11th, Hurd 12th, Leidiga 13th, then Mallory 14th, Alger 15th. The leader's beginning to work on lap traffic as Karen works around Sokolowski, moves up behind Gramellini. Short track skills come into play here. There are 4 or 5 slower cars right ahead of your leader. Karen behind Gramellini with Rollins and the rest of the field bearing down. Karen goes high. The unknown quantity, Savage. They get the move over sign. Savage thinks it's for him. Karen's right on his bumper. He's got to deal with Alger. Here's your leader and a guy who won't get out of the way. Karen is trapped and Rollins is closing in. Now he works to the outside and goes through. So Karen hangs on for the lead. Rollins is second. Then it's Gravel. Here's a move for 5th place. Boniface on the outside of Marquis. A slower car. And Gravel holds his 3rd spot. Karen opens up about a 7-car length lead on Brett Rollins. Gigi Gravel holds 3rd, Marquis 4th, Boniface 5th. Then it's Zeidema, Daniels, Goodenough, Colson, and Caruso. Leidiga seems to be having a tire go down as he slips back. Karen completes 31 circuits. Now Daniels works inside Zeidema. Daniels trying to pick up a spot on Jeff Zeidema as they work up behind Mike Gramellini. Karen well ahead of Rollins, Gravel, Marquis, and Boniface. Then you go back to Daniels and Zeidema fighting around Gramellini, And Zeidema holds on, and here's Rob Goodenough. Daniels pushes Guy Gramellini out of the way in the front of Zeidema. Goodenough gives Gramellini a shot, and Daniels still has 7th spot. Here's the battle for 5th spot. Here's Boniface in behind Robin Mallory, trying to squeeze his way through on Mallory's bumper. Mallory looks outside, and Boniface can't make the move. It all helps Karen. He's got a straightaway lead now. 35 laps in, and now 36. Karen, Rollins, G.G. Gravel, Marquis, Boniface, Zeidema, Daniels, Goodenough, Coulson, and the 42 of Caruso is 10th. Now here's Gravel trying to take the spot away from Marquis again. Off turn 2 and down the backstretch as your leader crosses the stripe for the 38th lap. Rollins 2nd, Marquis 3rd, Gravel 4th, Boniface 5th. Zeidema, Daniels, and Good. Sokolowski tries to pick up a spot through the infield. That doesn't work. He's still down a lap. Here's your leader across the line. 2nd place off turn 4. 3rd, 4th, and 5th right behind him. And problems on the Payne vehicles. He pulls it to the infield. Rick Payne is out in the 29. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th coming up on Paul Hurd. Your leader, Karen, on the backstretch in the 88. Then it's Rollins, Marquis, Gravel, and Boniface. Daniels wants to get underneath him. He's going to try it again off turn 2. This is the battle for 6th, and Karen's closing in on him. He's a half a lap behind 5th, 6th, and 7th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th. Bucky Karen, working his way through traffic, crosses the line for lap 47. Rollins, Marquis, and Gravel. Here's a good battle going on. Daniels has taken a spot away from Rob Goodenough. 6th place is the 15, 7th place is 76, 8th place is the 1 New Hampshire. 9th is the 37, and 10th is the 42. And Karen is closing in on him real fast. Halfway coming up. Halfway this time by for Punky Karen. Karen works outside Mike Gramellini, 66. Coming up on Caruso, the 10th place car. We're halfway. Halfway for Punky Karen. Rollins, Marquis, Gravel, and Boniface. Here's the battle. There's Daniels. He's got 6th. Goodenough has 7th. Zeidema goes to the high side. Zeidema's fading. He's got a tire going down, and he's going to stop up there, I'll bet you, to try to get a yellow flag. Zeidema limps off turn 4 and stays on the racetrack as Karen goes by. Smoke coming from the back of Robin Mallory's one mass.
And now Jeff Zeidema drops into the infield with car number 15, a tough break for him after running consistently throughout the entire race. Our leader is still car number 88 as we are about to complete 55 laps next time by. Punky Karen off of turn number 4 right now. The 2nd place runner is Brett Rollins, car number 12, who is now heading down into turn 1. Marquis is 3rd right behind the Rollins car. 4th is G.G. Gravel with car 54 with a consistent run, and also Jim Boniface doing a great job behind the wheel of the Benoit Racing number 27, running in position number 5. And 6th is Pete Daniels, who's Almost a half a lap behind the Boniface car. Car number 76 in turn 2. With car number 10 into the infield. Karen completes another lap. 59 laps now complete. Car number 88 continues to lead way out in front. The second place car is still Brett Rollins, feeling a lot of pressure. We've got trouble in turn number 4. Mike Gramolini has gone around with car number 66. And the yellow flag has been displayed on lap number 60. First caution of the event on lap number 61. Brett Rollins is your second place car, car number 12. And here they come looking for a green. The green flag is out off turn 4. Once again pulling way out in front. It's Punky Karen with car number 88. Rollins now looking to move around Caruso and Colson. Both cars being at least one lap down. And right behind the Rollins car is Jerry Marquis. Jim Boniface has moved into 4th. Pete Daniels is up into the top 5 with car 76. Dropping Gigi Gravel back to 6th and Rob Goodenough holding on for 7th. Karen crosses the line with 63 laps now complete in the Winston 100 Pro Stock event. Rollins has worked his way around the Caruso number 42 and now moves to the high side of Colson. And Rollins and Marquis are looking to move by this slower traffic. Gravel looking to take the 5th spot back from Pete Daniels as they go through turns 1 and 2, the 54 and the 76. Side by side down the back straightaway, that battle for position number 5, and they make contact. Gravel gets all out of shape. He gathers it back up nicely and now moves back into 5th. Daniels is stuck up on the high side now and he is fallen back to the 7th spot. Running the high side of Rob Goodenough, and we see a fire underneath the Sokolowski number 04. It looks like a fire underneath the blue number 04 going down into turn 1. Let's see now. I saw it going down the back straightaway. See, you can see a little bit of flame and now some sparks being thrown from underneath the car. The last time Sokolowski was with us here at the high banks of Monadnock Speedway, he finished in position number 10 with a good run in a regular Pro Stock feature event, but has not had the best of luck. He receives the consultation flag. Let's see if you can see the flame as they head down the back straightaway. Sokolowski at the tail end of that pack going into turn 3. Car number 04, but you can't see it this time. The leader is still Punky Karen. 71 laps complete. Rollins continues to have a great run as he runs in the 2nd spot, holding off Jerry Marquis. 4th is Jim Boniface. 5th is Gigi Gravel. 6th is Rob Goodenough. 7th is Pete Daniels. 8th unofficially is Paul Hurd. 9th, we believe, would be the 10 car of Lediga, then the 17 mass of Ron Alger, the 70 of Bob Rugg, and the 66 of Mike Ramolini as Sokolowski drops off the pace with car number 04. It may not look like a battle yet, but within the next couple of laps, it's almost guaranteed to be a battle, as Rollins and Marquis are closing in on the Karen car. And Karen's got a problem with some slower traffic. Tim Lediga. Mike Ramolini has to back off somehow, and Punky Karen goes down, way down low, and goes by Bolt. As Lediga tried to pull the inside and get out of everyone's way, it was Gramolini who was in the wrong place at the wrong time with car 66. Yes, indeed. Rollins and Marquis have caught Karen in the battle for the #1 spot that is slowly developing. $80 laps now complete. Paul Hurd is about to go down a lap.
Working on the final 20 laps now. Karen crosses the line and makes it 19 to go. Karen, Rollins, Marquis, and Boniface all the way back to gravel, coming off turn tour for 5th. Then 6th is good enough, and 7th is Daniels. Karen makes it 82 to go now. Funky Karen, less than 20 laps to go, but he's not gaining any ground on the cars behind him. Rollins, Marquis, and Boniface sitting right there waiting for a mistake. Karen gets caught in traffic. It'll be Rollins and Marquis going by in a second. Karen works the lap traffic into turn 2. Rollins has to be careful going around Mallory. Boniface seems to be slipping back, but Marquis and Rollins are right on Karen's bumper. And you can bet that Marquis is just biding his time, waiting till the last couple of laps to go by Rollins and take over second and make his run for Karen. Marquis now starts to make his move inside Rollins. He's going to get serious and run for the lead. Less than 15 laps to go. Marquis testing Rollins on the inside again. Here he comes. Gets a wheel up alongside Rollins and can't make it. Now Marquis looks low again for second place and has to back out of it. While Rollins and Marquis dice for second, Karen can open up his lead. 12 laps remaining now. 12 to go. Karen, Rollins, Marquis, and Boniface half a lap back to the 54 of gravel. Then it's good enough. Daniels. Next time by, there'll be 10 laps to go. 10 to go for Karen, Rollins, Marquis, Boniface, and gravel, the top 5 cars. Here's a dice. It could change things. Is good enough. Tries to go by. He's running 6th. Daniels 7th. The 8th place car as Karen goes by. Who knows? Karen works off turn 2. The laps are starting to tick away now. Karen now with 8 laps to go. Karen, Rollins, Marquis, everybody holding back until the last final couple of laps. Karen's got lap traffic. He's got Beckwith. He's got Gary Knight, who's way out of the picture. Karen trying to find a spot to get by a rather erratic Knight, who's out in the racing groove when he should be out of the way. Knight rides high. Here's your leader trying to get underneath him. Look out. It could be curtains. Karen has lap traffic, and Rollins and Marquis are right there. 5 laps left. 3 lap cars all over the racetrack, and Karen needs some running room. He can't get by Knight because Knight's running him out to the wall. Gramellini's out of the groove. Mallory's down low. Here's Karen in traffic. Gramellini's in the way. Mallory's in the way. Knight's in the way. Rollins and Marquis are right there. Karen's got to get outside Gramellini, and Gramellini doesn't know where to go. Gramellini can't stay down. He won't move out of the way of the leader. Finally, Karen gets him to the inside, and he still puts a bumper into him. Look at that. Gramellini took Karen out of the race. Gramellini took Karen out. I can't believe he did a stupid thing like that. Gramellini took Karen out of the race. I would give Karen his spot back. Gramellini took the leader out of the race. What does he think he was doing? The leader, he got the passing flag for 3 laps in a row and drove right into the lead car. And Karen gives him a shot on the way by, and well-deserved at that. The lead car has a right-of-way. A lap car has no business in a racing groove, and Gramellini had no business out there. He was given a move-over flag, and he wouldn't move over for the leader. And he's sent to the pits for rough riding the lead car. Unbelievable. And he's not going either. Can't believe it. Jan Stevens sends Gramellini to the pits, and he stays on the racetrack. Karen, the leader, was put in a wall for no reason. Fortunately, he kept on racing and didn't stop the car. Ross staying on the racetrack. Gramellini doesn't understand why he's being booted out. Not my fault. I didn't hit him. He just went there by himself. Three laps in the end. Unbelievable. And therefore he gets his spot back. So it's Rollins, Marquis, and Boniface waiting to see what that wobbly right rear tire is going to do when they come down for the green. Here it is. Dunn's got the green out. Karen's going to have a serious handling problem. Look at that rear tire. He's going to have to wheel that beast around there. Here comes Rollins. Here's Marquis. Here's Boniface. They work to the high side. Marquis looks inside. 2 laps to go now. Karen goes outside. Whoa, look out. Somebody blew a tire or a motor. Marquis working on Rollins. Here they come down for the white flag. Karen holding up everybody, trying to outrace them. Rollins goes high. Marquis down low. Boniface is on his bumper. Rollins to the outside. Rollins going to the high side of Karen. Karen comes down inside. On the corner, it's Rollins. Karen, Marquis, followed by Boniface and Gravel.
Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps the most exciting race ever witnessed during the 1991 racing season here at Monadnock Speedway. Brett Rollins, car number 12, has taken the win in the Winston 100. An impressive run for Rollins as he takes the win with car number 12. Finishing second, a great run and a great effort for Punky Karen with car number 88. And Jerry Marquis finishes in position number 3 with car 28X. Dave Sutherland is heading trackside. He will talk with our winner, Brett Rollins.
All right, here at Victory Lane, here he is, Brett Rollins. Boy, Brett, we kept saying up there that you and Jerry were just sitting waiting for something to happen, and wait you did. That new motor finally paid off.
Oh, this is the old motor still. We're still waiting for the new one. That was a tough break, what happened to Punky. There was no way we were going to get by him. My guys worked hard. They deserved it. We've been here 6 years and never won. This makes up for it.
Is this your first win in competition?
It's our first win here at Monadnock.
Got to feel good about it. $2,000 plus $250 from Gatorade.
Yeah, I feel real good about it.
Should be able to finish that new motor now, huh?
Yeah, I hope so.
Brett Rollins, your winner for the Winston 100 tonight. Well, Punky Karen gets the second spot. Jerry Marquis, who's had a workhorse night. In a minute, we'll get a chance to talk to 59 career here at Monadnock, and a misfortune there took it away from you.
Well, I was looking for number 60, but that don't always work. I thought I had the race pinned down. The boys told me over the radio that I was going pretty good and nobody's really pushing me, so I
just was kind of trying to, weed through the lap traffic, and we're in it every lap, so it was kind of tight, and I knew it was getting tight there a couple other times. I should have got wrecked, and I didn't, but I didn't win. He did a good job.
Good run for him, and we know you'll be back and running strong. The car looked like it was just super strong tonight.
It was. My cousin did a heck of a job on the chassis, and the car handled probably better tonight. We were planning on changing tires halfway through, but the guy handled so good we didn't have to change any rubber or anything, and I also want to thank Tony and Billy for the TA engine.
Good run for Bucky Karen, second finisher, and Jerry Marquis way back down here. Jerry's working on a point race, and I guess that's probably just as important as anything when you're out there in a race car. And, well, you've had your hands full tonight, huh?
Yeah, it was a real tough race. I'm real happy that, we went so long on the green because it put on for a better show for the people, I think, and it made it interesting for everybody. When they got strung out, you could race everybody, and it wasn't banging around with the double fly rear starts. I thought it was pretty good tonight.
Ran well. The third finish will help keep you up at the top of the point standings.
Yeah, we're always looking for a good finish here. That's the biggest thing. We got to finish all the races in order to be on top, so that's what we're looking to do the rest of the year right now.
Well, look, you did. You had a good run. You had a good watch. You must have been awful surprised to see what happened to Punky there early on.
Yeah.
Late in the race, I should say.
I couldn't believe that. These guys here, they got the plastic flag going at them all the time, and they know that their lap's down. They got a rear view mirror, and they use it well a lot of times, too, and it's like, just this brain fade. It says the passing flag, that I guess it means to pull out and pass somebody, but that was ridiculous. That should have never happened.
Well, Punky got it back. The race is over. Winston 100 is history for this year. Jerry Marquis, our third finisher. We'll see you all here Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. Bring your regular old admission tickets. It's good for $5 off the admission. If you can't...